Today, I'm taking you inside one of the most iconic and rare historic properties in Detroit, the Joseph F. Weber home. Now, this home is located in Brush Park, which is just minutes away from downtown Detroit, and you're steps away from all of the stadiums in Detroit. This isn't one of those picture-perfect renovated mansions just yet. It needs a little vision and work, but with the original details and the architectural presence, it makes for an incredible opportunity. From the street, the Weber house stands tall with its Colonial Revival style. Built in 1903, it's instantly recognizable with these two-story iconic columns, red brick, limestone accents, and symmetry that speaks to its era. Back then, Brush Park was called the Little Paris of the Midwest. Mansions lined these streets, carriages dropped off guests for extravagant dinners, and this home was very much a part of that story. When you walk in, the first thing you see is the foyer. With this large staircase, wood columns, and even worn, you can feel the craftsmanship. This room could easily be a library or a home office, and honestly, I love the idea of keeping it a library in a home like this. So I want to tell you a little bit about the man behind this house. Joseph F. Weber started out selling wood to steamships in 1863, and by 1870, he opened a lumberyard downtown. He was a businessman who understood the value of land and development. And in 1901, he pulled the permit for this home. By 1903, it stood complete, showcasing not just his success, but the optimism of Detroit at the turn of the century. As you can see, the layout is traditional, with grand entertaining rooms on the main level and enormous windows flooding each space with natural light. Even in its current state, you can feel how incredible this home once was and how incredible it will be again. Imagine converting the main level into a stunning event space or keeping it traditional. Yes, this home needs updating, but for the right person, these original features, this is what you can't recreate today. Think custom millwork, solid brick construction, fireplaces in almost every room, and you get a bonfire pit in the backyard. And it's still all here, just waiting to be revived. Could you imagine hosting your friends and family for an outdoor event back here, or just tending to your garden, or maybe you're just out here drinking your coffee or reading a book or just enjoying the nice weather? So we'll head back inside and you'll see you have additional space that could serve as a modern kitchen, casual family room, or even open concept living. This is where old world meets new design potential. As you can see, you pretty much have a blank canvas back here. One really unique feature you'll notice here is the exposed brick in the bathroom. It's a small touch, but will remind you that this house has over a century of history built right into its walls. Now stepping into the kitchen, someone actually began renovating this space. You'll see two-tone cabinets that were started but never fully finished. And the good news is they can be included in the sale, so you've already got a head start if you want to finish the project. And one detail I find fascinating are there stairs that you just saw right in the kitchen that lead directly upstairs. Back in the early 1900s, this was probably used by staff or workers to move between floors without going through the main foyer. It's a little window into how homes like this were originally lived in. If you're new to Detroit or thinking about relocating here, I put together a free Detroit relocation guide where you can learn more about our neighborhoods, price points, and lifestyle options. So check out the description for a link to download that for free. We step into the living room and right away your eye goes to the fireplace with this original red tile surround. Details like this are such a reminder of when homes weren't just built, they were crafted. And then when framing the room, you have that wood trimmed archway with columns leading into the next space. Now our attention is pulled to the staircase. It's elegant, and even though it's aged, you can still see the craftsmanship in the woodwork and the details. In the early 1900s, this staircase wasn't just a way to get upstairs, it was a statement. Families would have made their entrances down these very steps during gatherings, and guests would have been impressed by the sense of grandeur it created. As we arrive on the second floor landing, the openness really stands out. This isn't just a narrow hallway, it's wide and spacious, almost like its own gathering area, connecting the rest of the level together. One of the first spaces we entered has a fireplace with original yellow tile. It's unexpected, warm, and adds personality. These kind of details are what make historic homes so charming. The suite flows into what could be a bathroom and then into another adjoining chamber. And can you guess what this area has as well? You got it, another fireplace. Almost every major space in this home has a fireplace, making them not only functional back in the day, but also focal points for gathering. From here, there's access to a large balcony. Now, it's not safe to step onto it at this time, so I'm not gonna do that, but once restored, it would be incredible. I can see myself starting the day here with coffee or winding down at sunset with a glass of wine. It's a very rare and special feature. On the other side of the landing, there are more bedrooms along with another bathroom. Now, 2 of these bedrooms are actually connected to each other, which historically might have been used by children or extended family. Today, you could reimagine it as a bedroom with a private lounge, a dressing room, or even a home office. The second floor feels like a home within a home. Private suites, connecting rooms, and plenty of space to design however you like. It's these kind of flexible layouts that make restoring a property like this both a challenge and an adventure. Now, as we continue to the 3rd floor, the character of the home shifts again. On this level, it'll feel like its own retreat. It offers additional rooms and open areas that you can shape into almost anything. Once we get to the top of the stairs, you can see that this large area could easily become a loft-style lounge or an entertainment space, perfect for like a billiards table, a home theater, or even a creative studio. You got light coming in through the windows, pitched ceilings that add charm, and the kind of square footage that opens up your imagination. There are also smaller rooms throughout this level that could serve as cozy bedrooms, reading nooks, or even private offices. It's rare to find a historic home with this much flexible space. Historically, the 3rd floor was often reserved for staff or extended family, but today it's a blank canvas for modern living. Now, as we head back downstairs, you really get a sense of just how expansive this home is. More than 4,300 square feet across 3 levels with 7 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and so much potential throughout. The basement wasn't accessible during this visit, but even without it, the scale of this home is undeniable. And the location matters just as much as the house itself. Brush Park is one of Detroit's most historic and fastest changing neighborhoods. Here you'll find restored mansions, new luxury townhomes, and walkable amenities, all just steps from downtown and Midtown. It's a community where history and modern development come together. Owning a home like this isn't just about property, it's about being part of Detroit's story. So, what would you do if you bought this property? Would you make it your primary residence, or would you turn it into a bed and breakfast? Let me know in the comments. Also, if you're... Huh? Hey, that makes sense. It's a good idea. Let me know in the comments. And if you're thinking about owning, investing, or relocating to Detroit, use the link in the description to schedule a free call with me. I love to help you make your move or bring a historic gem like this back to life.